have evolved over the past 60 years since the enactment of the 1965 law creating the Morovia Industrial Park, given that a significant portion of the land has been turned into residential areas. A designated 200 acres of the land for industrial purpose, currently occupied by industrial and manufacturing companies. It is appropriate and timely MRP law to confirm to the realities. As representative for the citizens of Electoral District 12, Montserrat County, many of whom are affected by this updated law, I kindly crave the indulgence of plenary of the House of Representatives to amend the 1965 Act creating the Morovia Industrial Park by enacting into law for subsequent concurrence by the Liberian Senate, quote-unquote, an act to amend the 1965 approved act authorizing the expropriation of certain parcels of land lying between the Minnesota River Bridge and the access road to Gardnersville on the north side of the Butcher R. Lempinsville Freeway and extending for a depth of approximately 8,000 linear feet for industrial estate development purposes, which will give residential status to over 60,000 citizens of Chikitu Factory community and parts adjacent. Mr. Speaker and my esteemed colleagues, my constituents, especially citizens residing within a portion of the MRT mentioned supra, will be glad with this August body to act speedily on their behalf as laws are meant for the good of the people, with a common agenda to rebuild the motherland by acting in the interest of our constituents and working to effectively provide better citizens. I remain respectfully submitted, Honorable Jerry K. Yobo Senior, Representative Electoral District 12, Montserrat County. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Honorable ladies and gentlemen, that was a reading of a communication from your Honorable colleague, Jerry K. Yobo, submitting for legislative enactment an act to amend the 1965 approved act authorizing the expiration of certain parcels of land lying between the Minnesota River and the access road.
From his own right, Jerry P. Yobo, what is a willing pleasure, Councilor Michael Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Commissary and fellow colleagues. Having listened to the extensive reading of an act to amend the 1965 act authorizing the expropriation of certain parcel of land lying between the Montserrat River Bridge and the access road towards Gardnersville on the north side of Bush Road Island, with the information that the government of Liberia appropriated 200 acres of land to be used for industrial purpose. With that feet, Mr. Presiding, I move that the proponents of this very cardinal bill be given the opportunity to expatiate for a period of 2 minutes, and following that, considering the bill as being the first first reading that it should be officially conferred to the Committee on Judiciary, the Committee on Commerce, the Committee on Mines, Natural Resources, and the Environment. If I can so obtain a second.
The motion called for seconded. Are you going to read the vote? All those in favor say yea. Those against say nay. The yea has it. We are recording here. Okay. The proponent, please.
And the report be done in 1 week.
The proponent.
Yes, 1 week.
Honorable Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, I want to first extend thanks to this honorable body for allowing me to speak to you guys, all you all today on this very serious and crucial matter that the people of District 12 have asked me. And it's for the law that sets up over 1,000
involved in personal information processing of residents of Liberia, ECOWAS region, and other parts of the world, including those personal information controllers and processors. Additionally, the Act Alliance of the ECOWAS 2010 adopted Supplementary Act on Personal Data Protection. The Act amends the 2010 Freedom of Information Act with additional functions for the Independent Information Commissioner. It gives the Independent Information Commissioner a set of extra responsibilities, including but not limited to the knowledge. Therefore, the Joint Committee believes that this data protection Judiciary, Johnson and Williamson signed, of J. Clarence Stevens, co-chair signed, Honorable Michael M. Thomas, member signed, Honorable Foley E. Formula, member signed, and Honorable James M. Colette, member signed. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, honorable ladies and gentlemen, that was a reading of a Joint Committee's report from the House's Committee on Posts and Telecommunications and Judiciary on an act for the collection, processing, transmission, storage, protection, and use of personal information by the
The report submitted by the Joint Committee as it relates to data processing, information center. What is your will and pleasure?
Michael.
Before the formula.
So that's like a presentation.
And you don't remove for the concurrence of the bill.
You to who?
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, co-presiding, distinguished colleagues,
These are the defendants. They came to challenge their bond this morning. Mazwe Kimia and the rest of them. We'll notice that the former GSA boss, Madam Mary Brock, was not in court. So as you can see them, the former Associate Justice, Kabina Janet, is representing one of the defendants. You see the former Solicitor General, Serena Sifas, is also representing one of the defendants. And as you can see, the defense has a great team, former constitutional, former signer of the 1986 Constitution, Councillor Per Brown Boo is also on the Defense Council. So as you can see, these are people here. This is just the argument was being held, and then we are awaiting the final ruling from Mazwe Kimia and the rest of them. We'll notice that the former GSA boss, Madam Mary Brock, was not in court. So as you can see them, the former Associate Justice, Kabina Janet, is representing one of the defendants. You see the former Solicitor General, Serena Sifas, is also representing one of the defendants. And as you can see, the defense has a great team, former constitutional, former signer of the 1986 Constitution, Councillor Per Brown Boo is also on the Defense Council. So as you can see, these are people here. This is just the argument was being held, and then we are awaiting the final ruling from His Honor Ben Bako. It's not Ben Bako, rather. The former Associate Justice, Kabina Janet, is representing one of the defendants. You see.
Welcome, my name is Nathaniel. We are here from Central Monrovia, where you see the opposition Congress for Democratic Change. You see us marching in the principal street of Monrovia, parading the principal street of Monrovia. So today we expect the Congress for Democratic Change to endorse the upcoming protest, which will be held on July 17, 2025. This protest is being organized by the former chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, Boban Molu. He represents the organizing this.
My name is Freddy. We are in the Freddy. We are the Republic of Liberia. So, for the fact that the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia gives rise to gathering, it means that this gathering can never be copied.
So, do you support the protest?
Oh, yes. For the fact that the Liberia.
So, somebody asked why? Why are you supporting the protest?
There are more candidates, lawyers.
So, what's your name?
My name is Andrew Nimner, President Chairman of Megan Street. I support the protest. We have been able to see nothing.
So, what you be
It's very constricting here, but we'll have to do this for you. It is very constricting.
In 2022,
7.
in 7 of June in 2022,
the COP,
where they came out. So it's the same thing we are seeing out here today, but we hope to see the July 17th protest has going to be like withstand. So we hope to see how it's going to be like. But we stay following this process. And as you can see, you are seeing huge number of business women and men and young boys. They are calling on their supporters to come out July 17th. So as you can see, they are calling on people to come. They are calling on the voice of police giving you more analysis and perspective. Trying to give good analysis on how the demonstration can protest would be. So as for consultation, respect the happy prominent role. We are currently in West Point. Residents are coming out here in huge number. So folks, whether you find us live on Keep this live coverage.
Where this parade happens.
So folks, this march has been organized by of the Congress for Democratic CDT here. Sharing this, man.
I get part of my
Liberia on today 07112025. Today is Friday, TGIF. Thank God today is Friday, and it's a pleasant welcome with exclusive delight on this spectacular edition of the People's Program. This is the People's Program, the program that brings you up to speed with major happenings into Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. Don't forget, the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority, and those that come with equity must come with clean hands. As usual, I am your humble servant, and J. Nathaniel B. Senior. For better still, call me the ambassador. I'm an ambassador again. Let's sustain this country. We must serve our people. As a matter of fact, I'm here today with T. Nicholas Barkley on this Friday, the weekend edition of the program. The Heat. Be with us until 1:30, and we open the lines. Remember, we value your comments. They are the building block to our modern and emerging democracy. We will open the lines so that you will have your comments, your opinion, your suggestions. Remember, today is what's on your mind. Say what's on your mind. Speak or forever hold your peace. Today, the 11th of July, in 1980, Liberia was under the rule of the People's Redemption Council, the PRC, led by Samuel Doe, who had seized power in a coup d'etat on April 12, 1980, overthrowing the Americo-Liberian government. This coup ended 133 years of Americo-Liberian political dominance. The coup resulted in the assassination of President William R. Tolbert and the execution of several of his cabinet ministers. More detail loading about that. On the 12th of April in 1980, Master Sergeant Samuel Doe led a group of non-commissioned officers in the coup that killed President Tolbert and other high-ranking officials. The coup marked the end of the political dominance of the Americo-Liberian descendants of free American slaves who had governed Liberia since its founding in 1847. The PRC, headed by Samuel Doe, suspended the Liberian Constitution and assumed full governing powers. Doe initially promised democracy and social reforms aiming to address the ethnic inequality and the political repression that had characterized the previous regime. Despite initial promises, Doe rule quickly became an authoritarian characterized by human rights abuses, political repression, and corruption. The Doe regime forged close ties with the United States, particularly after Ronald Reagan became president, receiving substantial financial aid. The coup and subsequent rule by Doe led to the widespread of unrest and the first of two Liberian civil war. Good afternoon. Today is the 11th of April, and on today, in history's oracular future of our programs, for your listening pleasure. Today, on the 11th of April in 1798, the United States Marine Corps, originally established in 1775, was formally re-established, and today, angered by unfair practices in the Civil War conscription, New York City workers rioted and attacked the draft headquarters in 1863 on today. Today, 1916, the Australian politician Gok Whiteling, who served as his country prime minister from 1972 until 1975. He was dismissed by Governor General, was born today into Kew in Victoria to die. Today, 1953, Leon Sparks, who, like his brother Micah, won a world boxing title, the first of brothers to do so, was born today into Louis in Missouri. Today, 1955, the United States Air Force Academy officially opened a temporary quarters at the Laurie Air Force's base into Denver, Colorado. Today, on the 11th of July, 1955. 5 years after that, 1960, the American author Harper Lee, To Kill a Mockingbird, was published and became a classic, noted for its sensitive treatment of child awakening to racism and prejudice in the South. Today, the British actor Laurence Olivier, arguably the greatest English speaker actor of the 20th century, died near London today, the 11th of July in 1989. And in 2007, the American First Lady, 1963 to 1969, an environmentalist, Lady Bird Johnson, the wife of Lyndon B. Johnson, 36th President of the United States, died in Texas today, the 11th of July in 2007. 2015, the Mexican criminal Joaquin Guzman, who was head of the Sinaloa drugs cartel, escaped from prison using a lengthy underground tunnel. The massive manhunt followed, and he was captured again some 6 months later in history. Today, the Nagara movement is funded by the LEB Duo Boys, William M. Tota, and other black intellectuals and activists near the Nagara for near the racial discrimination and civil liberty injustice. After much division between its members, it will become NAACP in 1911. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome. A duel between Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton, an outrage over a despairing remarks that Alexander Hamilton has allegedly made at a dinner party. Aaron Burr challenged his longtime rival to a duel, and on this day in 1804, he fatally shot Hamilton in Weehawken, New Jersey on today, the 11th of July, 1274, born Robert the Brace, King of Scotland. He died on the 7th of June in 1829 at the age 54 today into the Catwalks in the Scotland. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Remember today's What's on Your Mind. We'll take a short break, we'll come back, we'll go into issues today. Hey, what's on your mind? Remember, this is the weekend edition of the program, and we took our break this week. And to be back, I want to say thanks to all of you. Successful week, yeah. Some will say partially, but on the whole, yeah, success, great one. You know, yeah, it's important. But there are readings, there are writings on the war, and pundits, well-meaning Liberians who I've seen are asking the world to tap Liberia on the shoulder, or Liberians, so they can see what are those writings on the wall and the readings of them. I know some of you may be right now wondering, where's Nathaniel going? I'm going to say my 2 points today, and you will say yours. Those are the issues you want to talk about during the week that we never talk about. You can bring it out. It's important, and we will certainly bring it forth on the disco. And this is the reason why we said today it's important that you speak your mind. Don't go this week by and say, yeah, Mr. Va, I want to say this thing here, but I never said it. So we afford you the opportunity to be able to speak about this. Let me say happy birthday to Tracy Marilee Kuri, and happy birthday to Richard Jackson today. It's your birthday from the Porisa Football Academy. Today's your birthday. Yeah, he's a little player in the style, so as a matter of fact, say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Tracy Cooley of the Liberia National Police. Tomorrow you'll be celebrating your birthday and all other persons. You know, this thing, I don't know why, and it is now becoming spontaneous with government coming and going. And I got two sides of this thing here. The workers there from the Ministry of Transport, they are fearing that this deal that the legislature, quote unquote, they are busted, and that the legislature, they were the one who did this thing, and they will not be out of job in the sense that they'll be taking pay. And if they don't believe it, they should go to the legislature and ask them. So they went there. You know, the passport division, I mean, not the passport, but the driver lesson division, the vehicle lesson plates, or to the Liberia traffic management area, is one of the major income generating division. And that division of motor vehicles and division of driver lessons, effectively on the 14th of July, will leave 265 employees effectively idle. They will be there. They don't know what will be their fate, but they are told, that we're getting reports that they are told that they'll be taking pay. And you know that when you are idle in the department or in the institution, you may just be non-essential and you can just be laid off anytime. So since we made them idle, they'll be taking pay, they will allow them to take people from the 3 months. After 3 months, close it out, then they start looking for a job again. So these people fear this thing here. And it is so much pathetic and disappointing. But you know, it's just spontaneous, the government coming and going and all that. So we still wondering how it's going to play out. But my meat of this conversation, I want to talk about the way our law enforcers handle things. And this is what I'm seeing and what opponents are seeing. This issue of being so much violent. I know that some of your police officers, they can be hungry when they say y'all go to the place, or some of y'all when they say y'all getting Zigo, y'all caught the gene, y'all caught the overplus, y'all temper high. Some of y'all when they say this, you know, you can do your own. Nobody's gonna tell you to do it. Some of you do it on your own. Yeah, without your bosses knowing. And you get so much agitated and you want to say, stop it, but stop it. But you say, the thing I want they're caring for is supporting you. I'm going to go be my Lord, to tell them what I did because my son, you don't even know. Or my brother, you don't even know. Within the next 2-3 months, I may not have no job. Let me speak out now today. But this violent suppression is one that has become so much of an issue. Especially when protesters are peaceful. And that worries on the minds of citizens. Especially where on the 17th, we just have about 6 more days of that, that we'll be having protesters on the street again. Coming up. You listen to the preview of that. They are worse on the minds of Liberians. The last time, students said, no, we're going to protest. We're going to speak to our leaders. And what we see is that we want to speak to the president. Harmless students from on campus with a pen and copy books were seen dangerous. And they were treated in a violent, suppressing mood that led a lot of them injured. Till today, they are nursing those wounds. What is happening? Is it that we don't have enough police? Or is it that the police don't have patience? What's happening? Because the form manner in which this sort of protest ended, it was so much sad. You see a lady, her entire white top turned red. That's why the fact she had a red jacket on. Why? The unleashing of brutal force on peaceful citizens, especially civil servants. Who knows? Well, this lady, after nursing this wound, whether she'll be able to be in the capacity to work again. Whether she'll be whole or afford to do things again. Who knows? Who knows? This is sad. And pundits are worrying with the kind of zest, the kind of zeal that we are seeing from the protesters. And you remember the last time you had this back and forth tit for tat comment coming from the police inspector general and never resonated well with the chairman of the stand. I'm told that the youth wing of the CDC are also endorsed the protest and all that. That's a report getting reportedly and all that with the kind of zest and enthusiasm. They're saying yes. You hear people saying either you leave or you lead by force. Either you do this, you do this. You see the anxiety in folks saying it's our right to exercise this right. I'm wondering. Police are wondering whether the police that we have will be able to contain this kind of zest, this kind of positivity that we want to speak to our leaders. We want to show to the world. We want to show to our government that yes, we are dissatisfied and there are issues that need to address. That's the only way we will be satisfied with our citizens of this country. I'm worried. Police are worried. Liberians are wondering, what are we going to be faced with again on the 17th? What? Because it has always been the case. Every time we hear peaceful protests, it will never end peacefully. You will see people running with wounds. You will see that. Several of those protests that have been claimed to be peaceful, it will start like in the word of Clinton John saying, those reggae drummers, their sound can gravitate from one level to the other. And when it gets to a certain position, now even the dancer doesn't know, even the singer doesn't know where he is now, even the dancer, he has a loose control and he's all up. That's how our protest is in this country. It will start as the sun is rising, the tempo of those involved around begin to rise. Before you get to the middle of the day, of the end of the day, you see folks running helter scatter. Even those who are not even involved, they may even take their share of that day. There are writings on the wall. And how will Liberia really treat this? Are we going to go through another period again and come out and say, oh, let's back on, be back on, let's reconcile. Oh no, let's say that today. No, you're sorry. Is this where we're going to be going again? Is this? From all sides. You see the anxiety. You see the zest. From those who say they will protect the protesters, you see the anxiety in them. You can say that from the level at which the police general spoke. And you listen to the head of the protesters, or those who are going to peacefully protest, no matter you can be who, you can be the inspector general, and when you fall crossing the line, who answers citizen arrest, will act against citizen arrest. We will do this. And I'm asking, if you arrested citizen arrest, what will you do? Are you having your own proceeding to have them, whether they are found guilty of certain crime, and is it prosecuted, or you turn it over to the very police of the police, or will it be a matter of before you can go to the police to your people where you're coming from, you may either be half dead or you may not even be alive or whatsoever it is. Then we have to use our own code of public opinion and judge you there and bring down a verdict. Liberians are worried what's going to happen. And even the worst of those people, how to interpret it. Oh my people, Liberia again. But it's good this afternoon to talk to you on some of these things. It's important. And we say peace to those who are going to be peacefully protesting. We say peace to those who are going to be protecting peaceful protesters. We want to see peaceful protests. We want to see peaceful protection of the protesters come up. But Liberians are worried. Liberians are worried. That day, you may just see stores closed. You may just see those who are going to go places they won't go. You may see those who operating moving equipment may just park their service to the people. They will just park and say, I don't want to be caught up in this thing here. I don't know where I will be when the thing happens. Let me just park my vehicle, let me park my keke, let me park my motorbike, and I'll just wait the day pass and I will go hustle. And those who will have to sell the cold water before even eating, I'm worried how they're going to make it that day. And Liberians, there are a lot of issues up on today, but it's good. Thank you for joining me on today. I got something else to talk about, and I know you have yours. Today is Friday. What's on your mind? There is this report that's coming. It's worrisome, and the civil society leader weighing in on this, Eddie D. Jawolo of the NAMOD, they are calling for urgent reforms to address the issue of budget shortfall. Government, and this is one issue that is continuous. Government in time out, time in. Budget shortfall has been the order of the day. There are projections, and those projections are never met. If you hear recast, you will hear budget shortfall. If you hear budget shortfall, you will hear recast. What's happening? And it is saying for the institution that government should be able to promote domestic revenue generation, cut down huge benefits and salaries to government officials, including the president, vice president, lawmakers, judges, ministers, head of SOEs, and redirect those funds into critical sector. On all you should cut costs. Look at the new resources in account and allocate resources strategically. Avoid spending the meager fund on ventures that yield no economic returns or dividend to the country. We are hearing again, reportedly, that there's a budget shortfall. We are hearing that there's a budget shortfall. And the Bureau of State Enterprises is saying that out of 20 institutions, public institutions, only 11 were able to submit revenue report. And among the 11 again, only 4 met the legal reporting timeline. Now, the 84.1 million that were projected from the state-owned enterprise SOEs, actually it stood at only about $45.2 million. Where are we going? Now again, they expected 12.37 million that were expected quarterly in contribution. 5 SOE even gave 8.49 million. Is it that the people, those who are there, they are the ones eating the money? They don't remit the exact amount? Is it that they are the ones there eating the money? They who are institution heads, SOEs, that government depend on, they are the ones eating the money, or what? What is going on? What? Every time you hear, you heard this, let me talk about particularly this government. You heard the government saying, LRA, that 1 billion or more, 1 billion. We went again on another 4 shot, we're going to reach 1 billion. Now, we hear fighting that they will reach 1 billion. We're hearing now on the overall, the lawmakers were saying in their own estimating 17.8 million. But LRA is saying no, the minus 17 is 22.3 million. Yeah. They projected 201,066,000 by 11%. But then the collection stood at 179,000,063 million. So there's a huge shortfall. Why? How? And we usually say this is becoming so dangerous for Liberia. Imagine all of the high pay grade in whatever position it is. Liberia taxes collection, wherever it is, whether it's direct foreign investment, whether it's domestic, it always doesn't come correct. Then the more frustrating thing there is when government do this allocation thing to ministry agency, you don't even get a benefit. Bad business, in the word of my colleague. Bad business. And this shortfall has reflected a widespread underperformance across both tax and non-tax revenue categories. What is happening to this country? If this thing continues, Liberia may or will never develop. Because we always see the low return, personal income tax, administrative fees, other income related taxes, it don't. Why we look at international trade that is going narrowly to miss the target? Is that another issue again? Every time, this revenue collection is always below expectations, and it's worrisome. It's worrisome. It's worrisome. Now, we are hearing reportedly of another budget shortfall. The first quarter shortfall. We're in the middle, we're hearing again. Going to the third quarter. What is happening? And you see the personal lives of those who are in the institutions is improving. You see them developing. They are building condominiums. They're living from one flight to the other. Their businesses are improving, but the business that they're doing, even the senator working for government, it is not improving. It is not improving. Yeah. They put you on institution, your life is improving, but the institution is not improving. Then what's going on? What's going on? And this is the reason you follow earlier on this week. There are a lot of other reports coming out. Either there's no document, there's no evidence, there's nothing in the institution. Like you listen, the 2023-2024 report the GSC brought up of a Ministry of Agriculture. Imagine, in the document they said that they have 114 farms operating. But then in actuality, 81 of those farms cannot be seen. They distribute their money to farmers, to help farmers, sub-farmers, to help them. When the auditors went on the field, they cannot even see the farm near the farmers. So the coordinator from the various counties, county coordinator, district coordinator, all of those people now, they started fumbling, but they sent document. They sent in a report, and the auditors used that report to verify issues. And the Deputy Minister for Finance, Minister of Finance for Budget, Tanya Bronson, said, and I don't know why, she said several key government institutions are either withholding revenues or failing to remit internally generated funds into the consolidated account or the consolidated fund, which is a direct violation of the Public Financial Management Law. Why? You had an institution. Even if you are not an income generating institution, yeah, but you get something you can do. You need to talk about the ones that are income generating institutions. But then why are they withholding? Why are they failing? And even those people who are there, who are the direct instrument to collect those revenues or to fast track those revenues, is there in time or a calm, and how much calm, and how it can be controlled, that it goes to the needed area for government and say, yes, we're ready to use it. Those who are there, is it that the people can send it and get missing? Those who are in the field, who are making sure that institutions, and let me be frank with you, Liberians are committed to paying tax. I won't lay this down on a serious note. Liberians are committed in paying tax. But is it that those who are the foot soldiers are the ones who struggling between the belt and decide which one goes to what government should get? Then when you go to the institution who's going to make it or send it to the consolidated account, they do decide what they want to be made. Then when Jesus Christ, this country. And to be frank with you, in the people word, it's a Taliban. Liberia may just tend to be a Talibanic nation one day, if care is not taken. Because all that is being taught is corruption, high-level dubious activities, lack of sincerity, no transparency, no accountability. You even put a man in a position, you go ask him to account, hey, if you got a big trouble. Liberia may turn to a Talibanic nation one day in the future. That nobody will want to ask them. But when they come in for the job, they will be begging. When they go to the Senate for confirmation, they're begging the senators. Mama, you know I have me, you help me. Yeah, but you go down now, you turn to Buku Mayor or what? You turn to the way the Buka shoulder dance is. You raise shoulder high. Nobody should ask you a question. You are the boss and the order of the day. And you forget to know that you came to serve your people. You came to serve your people. You came to serve your people. Imagine to hear that corruption has hit the judicial branch. It becomes a question that no one would think about. For instance, the Ministry of Commerce managed to collect about 91.7% of its projected domestic revenue targeted. Now, the broader physical picture remains bleak. the judiciary, along with the National Elections Commission, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication, they were cited for non-compliance in submitting reports on internal generated revenue. Why? When these institutions are one that should be teaching transparency, accountability. The National Road Fund, they too are in a flip-flopping situations. They failed to deposit sufficient revenue into the generated account. Why? It's another question. And sometimes a lot of you get at us when these news, when the information are out there. We don't manufacture these things. We don't make news. We don't make news. We report. When these actions are now being carried on and thorough investigation unearth them, we will not say it to you. But because it's happening, we have to say it to you. Imagine the CSA was just informing Liberian again that the MCSS had 2 payroll. You see there? So the real one that government will know about, they don't want to sign that one. The one they face that they know they reduce your figures, they know how much they're giving you, you yourself will sign it, but that one cannot go anywhere. But when you have signing that one, then they take 1 minute, sit in the corner and look at everybody's signature and force them and do the way you're looking and put it down with the one was sent. Because I want, they don't want you to see it. Because it's not what they're giving you. Trickery, deception. I don't know whether the devil did something to this country. Because deception have just turned to be the order of the day. And when you say it, don't say it. And it's just going on and on. When you think that the Joseph government was corrupt, come to think about it, the George Valley government king. When you're thinking that the George Valley government was corrupt, come to think about it. The Joseph government was just going less than 2 years. You see corruption again. You see mismanagement, misappropriation, lack of evidence in transactions, lack of accountability, lack of transparency. Where then do we turn? If we are saying this country will gravitate, will move to another level, that's the reason why Liberians say, let's change this regime to have our country move forward, and we still have the same thing. And the government that will come will not manufacture people. It will not take you from the ministry you're working in to say, no, you see what we will bring Guineans or Ghanaians to come. But no, it will be the same Liberians. Why aren't they having the heart to work for that country? Why aren't they having the heart to be sincere? The reason why you praise other countries is that the people there are sincere. They try as much. I'm not saying they're not corrupt. They are corrupt as the devil is. But they try as much as possible because they know that they are working for their country. But Liberia is the other way around. Liberians prefer to take 4 or 5% salaries and take it home to throw party for he and his friends. The money you spend on the party, there are 4 or 5% monthly salaries. Those are able to take pleasure. And I don't know when the generation that we have that has been team that is trying to be educated, and they are treating the country like this. When they leave, the ones that are getting half educated, the Zogos are coming out. When they turn to become lawmakers, when they turn to become ministers tomorrow, when they turn to become directors, I don't know what kind of Liberia we'll be having. I don't know. This country. So this Friday, I'll take a break here. And when I come out, I'll go to the lines. Let's talk about Liberia. What's on your mind? Today's Friday. And these are just few issues we hope to end the week on for you. But it's good. There are other issues you have on your mind before this weekend. Let's talk about it. But please be to the point, be precise and concise with your information. So gather your thoughts And you will not can't be saying things that you're not supposed to say. You say, oh, that's what I want to say. I don't know what you want to say. So gather your thoughts now so that you can be to the point, because there are a lot of others who want to say their own. But I'll take this break here. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Let me say to you a pleasant welcome today. Let's take this short break here.
And the banditry of Gabriel Cuomo's police unit resurfaced to start attacking employees of the Ministry of Transport. This is wrong. For us, it does not matter whether they voted for him or not. Once you are Liberian, you deserve the protection, you deserve the support and the solidarity of STAN. And I'm glad today that we are here working together around a simple cause that will ensure that July 17, Liberians in their tens of thousands will rise to say, enough is enough. To corruption, they will rise to say, enough is enough. To lawlessness, they will rise to say, enough is enough. To police brutality, they will rise to say, enough is enough. To economic hardship, they will rise to say, enough is enough. To rising prices of commodities, they will rise to say what? Enough is enough. To political witch hunts, they will rise to say, enough is enough. I will send this message to Rachel Kuhn. I told you, you are not speaker. You will not be speaker using backdoor channels. You need to be held accountable with Joseph Boakai for stealing public resources and bribing lawmakers to use backdoor channels to elect you as speaker. On the 17th of July, Liberians in their tens of thousands will rise and declare Rachel Kuhn an arbitrary rebel speaker, and will insist that what was not done properly was not done at all. And so we'll rise to say, the rebellious in the house, or the rebelliousness in the house, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Who must be investigated for bribery and corruption, along with all of his cohorts and criminal masterminds. We know your game. We know your agenda. We know the plans of Jeremiah Kuhn. We know the NSA has been transformed into a mini barracks of the traps of the king's men of Jeremiah Kuhn. We know what Jeremiah Kuhn chose Rachel Kuhn to be speaker because of his subterranean agenda, unscrupulous agenda, to use Rachel Kuhn to siphon resources through the legislature to build a war chest for 2029 election. You will be stopped because that's a criminal enterprise that will not suffice. Liberians will rise up in an unrelenting manner, under unrelenting circumstances, to say to you, you will not be allowed to continue to manipulate power or to plunge this country into chaos and anarchy. You go to elections, the Liberian people will determine the fate simple cause that will ensure that July 17th, Liberians in their tens of thousands will rise to say, enough is enough. To corruption, they will rise to say, enough is enough. To lawlessness, they will rise to say, enough is enough. To police brutality, they will rise to say, enough is enough. To economic hardship, they will rise to say, enough is enough. To rising prices of commodities, they will rise to say what? Enough is enough. To political witch hunts, they will rise to say, enough is enough. I will send this message to Rachel Kuhn. I told you you are not speaker. You will not be speaker using backdoor channels. You need to be held accountable with Joseph Boakai for stealing public resources and bribing lawmakers to use backdoor channels to elect you as speaker. On the 17th of July, Liberians in their tens of thousands will rise and declare Rachel Kuhn an arbitrary rebel speaker and will insist that what was not done properly was not done at all. And so we'll rise to say the rebellious in the house or the rebelliousness in the house, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Who must be investigated for bribery and corruption, along with all of his cohorts and criminal masterminds. We know your game. We know your agenda. We know the plans of Jeremiah Kuhn. We know the NSA has been transformed into a mini barracks of the tribes of the king's men of Jeremiah Kuhn. We know what Jeremiah Kuhn chose Rachel Kuhn to be speaker because of his subterranean agenda, unscrupulous agenda, to use Rachel Kuhn to siphon resources through the legislature to build a war chest for 2029 election. You will be stopped because that's a criminal enterprise that will not suffice. Liberians will rise up in an unrelenting manner, under unrelenting circumstances, to say to you, you will not be allowed to continue to manipulate power or to plunge this country into chaos and anarchy. You go to elections, the Liberian people will determine the fate of an outcome. There will be level playing field for all candidates to participate without fear or favor. We are aware that Boakai had to undermine the neutrality of the Supreme Court to allow must be investigated for periods in their tens of thousands. We rise to say enough is enough. To corruption, they will rise to say enough is enough. To lawlessness, they will rise to say enough is enough. To police brutality, they will rise to say enough is enough. To economic hardship, they will rise to say enough is enough. To rising prices of commodities, they will rise to say what? Enough is enough. To political witch hunts, they will rise to say enough is enough. I will send this message to Rachel Kuhn. I told you you are not speaker. You will not be speaker using backdoor channels. You need to be held accountable with Joseph Boakai for stealing public resources and bribing lawmakers to use backdoor channels to elect you as speaker. On the 17th of July, Liberians in their tens of thousands will rise and declare Rachel Kuhn an arbitrary rebel speaker and will insist that what was not done properly was not done at all. And so we'll rise to say the rebellious in the house or the rebelliousness in the house, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Who must be investigated for bribery and corruption, along with all of his cohorts and criminal masterminds. We know your game. We know your agenda. We know the plans of Jeremiah Kuhn. We know the NSA has been transformed into a mini barracks of the tribes of the king's men of Jeremiah Kuhn. We know what Jeremiah Kuhn chose Rachel Kuhn to be speaker because of his subterranean agenda, unscrupulous agenda, to use Rachel Kuhn to sample resources through the legislature to build a war chest for 2029 election. You will be stopped because that's a criminal enterprise that will not suffice. Liberians will rise up in an unrelenting manner, under unrelenting circumstances, to say to you, you will not be allowed to continue to manipulate power or to plunge this country into chaos and anarchy. You go to elections.
My people, I know you already hear the good news, and so
what kind of good news, Baliba?
The good news about the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection project called the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, or LWEP, is here to help 267,200 people.
Oh yes!
Out of the 267,200 people that the project will reach, they will help 36,000 women with small money for themselves. Whoa! Sulu, Sulu, the main idea there is to make sure that women and girls always have money on them, so they can be able to help themselves, so they can be able to help their men or their husband, their family, and their community.
Yes, it makes sense because you can only give when you have.
That's true, but the project you're talking about, that what kind of county there in?
The project in 6 counties: Bomi, Riverside, Grand Jide, Monserrado, Bapodu, and Grand Cape Mount counties.
Okay.
And it going on in 498 different communities in those counties.
So how they ready to win the project?
The project, yeah, in 5 different ways. Number 1 is changing mindset or norms.
Tell us about that one.
Good. For example, man beating a woman not supposed to go to school. Then so women can say, if he not be me, he not love me. That kind of thing. That is they want us to change.
Yeah. Because no man supposed to beat their woman.
Yeah.
Then men should make sure women go to school. And no woman must say, if he not be me, he not like me.
Yeah.
No woman must think like that. Say, it's not correct.
It's not correct.
Then what about the second part?
The second part of the project is about the health recording.
But what did the data people then not do?
How they should help women and girls who may do wrong thing to.
You mean the way the data people will take care of us when men take advantage over us in it?
Yes! On top of that, they're even going to help schools to open health clubs so girls can be able to talk the things that matter to them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
How about part 3 now?
Part 3 is where the project will give some money to help different women and girls groups, like village saving groups, family groups, livelihood groups, people who get their late table marketing, and people who not fit to take, who cannot set. The quick people call them marginalized group. And you know, like people who can walk group and things like that. All of them, they will benefit too.
Me, I will look around in my community.
Yeah, Osia. I myself will find them and be a part of them too.
Yeah, you mean? Because women will not leave men behind. Here we go.
Because you know what? The project will reach 30% men and 70% women.
Yeah, you hear it?
Yeah.
You mean I will tell plenty other women and girls so they can join the project.
That's the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, where women are helped so they can always have money in their beds.
Then, Baleba, what the other part of the project will do?
This other part of the project is where the project will give helping hand to the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection System.
How?
In ways that the ministry will have records on gender-based violence cases.
Love is all we need to make it This is the time to come together. Keep Liberia safe forever. So open up your heart, let the unity begin. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's cultivate one another. Learn to live together as brothers and sisters. Without togetherness, we won't have no peace of mind. Unify and a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Keep it standing. This is the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, this land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Oh, sweet Liberia, love is all we need to make a stand. Unify and have a peaceful home. Change is all we need to make a stand. Let's unify and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is my home. And let me to make a stand. This is the time to come together. Keep Liberia safe forever. So open up your heart, let the
The lines
unity
0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the numbers. Today, what's on your mind? Let me see. Dominic Harris is watching. Said for my comfort zone, Aloysius Peter Flomo Jr. He said, thanks to the show, Nat. He said, Unification City, Lower Mikey County. And thanks to all of you watching us. Just go there. If you want to go on YouTube, Cool Channel 2. You want to be on Facebook, you go there, Cool as such handle, and you'll be live. Let me talk to my first caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Okay.
Yes, my issue has to do with government official. They will complain about the rebel and God blessing the giving the work the room to do over. Upon the president, we have something small in the years. We know the people about in the guidance. If nobody to do our work, let it be still on our work, and whatever we told. But now, apart from that, we have to just clean each amount of the to set up for you and your children. We know how to do our work, everything our member. And Mr. Far, I beg you by way of proof. I'm not sure you please come out. That will be very serious to tell you. I beg you, Papa.
Okay. Good afternoon. You're welcome, Webster Salisbury Curry.
God bless you for calling our name. Different vow when it comes to all what you just said. We need to put it up when it comes to government. One, they are not really putting focus on the civil servant issue. We have some people in our ministry that have worked down there over the past 7 years. They are not yet on the salary for civil servant. But you get a man that will just work in 1 or 2, 3 times per week. Maybe the director brought him and joined into the civil servant. And begin civil servant. That's a very wrong. We need to put steps. So somebody says it's not about demonstration. How I'm saying about I'm talking about putting steps like how we're doing it right now. But you only giving your info every time they can put steps to it. And to conclude, when it comes to this, not always being on the president here. You got minister, you got director, all look at this department. We need to let the pressure on the bureau department. They will carry on the Thank you.
You're welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. issue that I'm the thing for them and taking it. But please do and do the work that I look working on the door. The thing that we are happening yesterday when I see people in the cabin now. I'm the thing we know to the people, we get to the office and everything that well, they probably the council. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me talk to Mrs. Scully on this line. Good afternoon, Mrs. Scully. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Where is the joint beginning or where are they in the country? That they destroy our reputation in the country. The army people, but one for you and they say, then they don't feel it. They don't give it a care for now, they're tomorrow, or else we will pay for it for the president to start already. Thank you.
Okay. What's on your mind today? Let me talk to another caller here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now this is the thing that for the come. You know, now I'm hearing that there is a potential from the government. You know, we're going to be happening all the way on the government. This is the party. Every time we have potential, what is the cause of the potential for? This is not aware of the situation in the area. The minister. You see, they will be doing things every time. They will be bringing power to the government. They will be doing things bringing power to the government. So who are those that can pay their tax? People pay their tax and they say they have surplus. They collect a surplus. Where are the surplus? So the surplus is not part of the budget. So they have the surplus different, and they have the budget different, and then the budget shovel inside you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the program.
You're welcome. Don't worry. Good afternoon. No, I'll not accept it. I won't accept that. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I will not accept it. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yeah, Luther Saki.
Yeah, let me appreciate for the show. I mean, Luther Minister, I joined for just business for the market. There's a lot of my man just afternoon. Every time we wake up in the morning, we hear that it's all around the city. So I'm going to appeal to the police RG to have a police patrol that be moving left and right in the next time. You know, while we are in there, the police should be moving around and protect not only issue, just focus on Mozzarella or focus entire. We should have more police moving around. I beg you, please, Mr. Police RG. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, that's copy my joint for FDA. What is my mind? I don't know the video to compare our president. I will present him on one guy. For his splendid presentation to the vision with the US government and the US president. I think all of what he said, we hope that the US government will see his hand. But all of what that was said to them. Thank you very much for the
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dina. Good afternoon to the many listeners. I am CMM with that, and I do join you for the taking international program on the GSA road. So, what is on my mind this afternoon is I want to call on our president, the speaker, the protest, and the chief justice for the rule of law to be respected in our country. Where there is justice for the poor and for the rich, there is peace, there is unity, and there is sustainable development. Thank you for the time.
You're welcome. 0775-919-919. 080-919-919. What's on your mind? Speak or forever. Or your piece as a climax this week presentation. Good afternoon.
Benjamin, I'm still going from Concord Town. I just want to be short. I just want to say, thank you very much, brother. But the problem here is, you cannot fight to think so. You fight to find government from corrupt, for people to both, to popular radicals, at the end of the day, Then just make sure or not even go 3 years since you have started to fall into the same corruption. It's very bad. It's damaging the image of the government, right? That's why you said the president cannot be all. That's actually life. Just being over and over every now and then for the official. How do you into corruption? Then you into corruption. Thank you, my brother.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And this is serious. And you know, the other thing here is the same people who work in the past government, the same people working in the same government. The next government come, the same people who work there. I guess very few of them will be taken off, but the same people. Why make it not sincere to the country? Why are they not sincere? Why?
Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, my man. Thank you for your declaration. All the police and the kidding on our country, my man. Nothing to do, they won't ride out, get and do winning it. So they not give you more, bro. We don't know what to do, that's all. What are you going to favor for anything?
Okay. When I get tired, we'll talk. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Uncle. How you doing?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you for the show. This is my first time calling you. I joined for 6 hours.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. My question has to do with our stakeholders, our leaders. They are doing things that I think they are what the rest of us should do with them. The people that are doing money right now in my place, well, I think they should put it up to the people. There is the biggest thing we have of Russia, and the people are doing money in the city. I think the government should put us to die.
Okay. Good afternoon. Okay. Yeah, so mining in the city. You don't want to benefit the people, they didn't care about that. They wouldn't care about the danger, the harmful effect of such a thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I got no more calling for Nigeria community.
Yeah, go ahead, Coco.
I'm urging all the people that are going to protest because we already know that the grand protest don't end in peace. I'm urging everyone that are going to protest, they should be able to commit themselves well. Now, right to protest, but it should not be the other way around that we can always see around here. And even my uncle who headed the project with mobile money, I know the young man so well, but him on the thing is very important there. I know the people then, before even coming up here. I'm urging like all the protesters like to be able to advise them that they should be able to behave well. So thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Val. This is Momochiro. I come on page still. What's on my mind is afternoon, Mr. Val. You know, sometimes when I see how the government proceeding with some of the issue imagine taking function or responsibility for the Ministry of Transport and giving it to foreign company as concession. Every time, Mr. Val, it saddens me. How would the government take jobs from Liberian then give it to foreign company? I don't know. I'm very disappointed in this government for doing such a thing, and to see police brutalizing our citizens, protesting, going to ask the legislature why the government are taking certain decisions, then the police brutalizing them. I'm disappointed in the government. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. I'll take 2 more calls. I'll call it a day. Remember, we're taking our weekend break. So we'll be back. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I need to come the policemen and Nara, they don't get down for immobilize. All they do is they run to where they get me telling more men and everything in there. And it's new order. Why you read your, they get Japan. The only thing they get in the more men telling. So attention is becoming government. So let's do another one for our government. Tell them forget about telling more men and focus on immobilize. What is going on good? The level of the Atlantic was not be was the money to be paid from an alcohol. The family brings one tomorrow, I'm getting out with more. Thank you.
Okay, let me take my last call. What's on your mind?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm happy that I am when I do join you on 17th Street.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would say thank you for the discussion, the discussion about this person regime. They know that, they know what the past regime saw on the lack of protest. So they will not allow people to protest. They will not allow people to get a free way. So what you see, they will always go down high on our protest. They will go pity on protesters. They really go protest peacefully. They put all their support in there. We saw how many people that left there. And when they came out, look at the people they gave us. Oh, my brother, we just how to be patient. And just look at these people. And you ask the question, who should we blame or how would the people change from corruption? My brother, the mindset has been set for the local state. That when I get to national state, I will just eat my own. I will take my own. And so look, all the president be able to put these people that take on corruption in the government because we're small in government. Thank you for the topic discussion.
You're welcome. I got to go and mention many thanks to all of you, our folks out there who were part of the conversation, the calls, the comments online, your opinion, your suggestions, everything we see, they are all worthwhile. They are the building block to our modern and emerging democracy. We'll be taking our weekend break until we'll be back on Monday. I want to say thanks to all of you. We say peace, 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 Liberia. And let us all keep the peace because we all are the custodian of this peace we all enjoy today. Have a blessed and God bless weekend. Until me on Monday. God bless you all. I am your humble servant. I'm J. Nathaniel B. Senior. I'm here with T. Nicholas Parker. Before I go home, don't forget the geometry on the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. And those that come with equity must come with clean hands. Until then, have a God bless weekend.
Being surface to start attacking employees of the Ministry of Transport. This is wrong. For us, it does not matter whether they voted for him or not. Once you are Liberian, you deserve the protection, you deserve the support and the solidarity of STAN. And I'm glad today that we are here working together around a simple cause that will ensure that July 17, Liberians in their tens of thousands will rise to say enough is enough. To corruption, they will rise to say enough is enough. To lawlessness, they will rise to say enough is enough. To police brutality, they will rise to say enough is enough. To economic hardship, they will rise to say enough is enough. To rising prices of commodities, they will rise to say what? Enough is enough. To political witch hunts, they will rise to say enough is enough. I will send this message.